essence in the chaos. Wicked witches! Trusting the unknown.
It's 10:30 p.m. and I am lying in bed, relaxing, having a very enjoyable chill, having had a massage and a nap and then some dinner and a shower, and yeah, now going to bed. And no, it's not just me telling you about my early night in any normal situation. This is me at Boomtown. I actually get a real kind of weird pleasure out of having relaxing early nights at Boomtown because, yeah, festivals, cinemas and lectures, I find sleeping in these environments like the most enjoyable sleep that you can have, because you're not meant to be sleeping and it just feels like a naughty sleep, and it's more enjoyable and deeper. And yeah, I've been working extremely hard since we got here. We got here on Tuesday and we've been rehearsing, I think, from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. one day, and then we had to go to our venue and help, like, just check that and set up, and it was about 8 o'clock by the time we went to bed, so that was a 12-hour day. And then this morning, 6:30 a.m. I got up and we were doing stuff till lunchtime. Well, it was about 2 o'clock we finished, and then went to the venue, and then I've come back and chilled out today because tomorrow it's another 6:30, 7 a.m. start, and then we're doing the opening ceremony on the main stage to 60,000 people at midday. And it's the 8th of August, which is the Lionsgate portal and the High Holy Days in terms of magic. So it's a really special day, and it's the Aquarius full moon as well. And we're in the age of Aquarius at the moment. We're on the Lionsgate stage, which is a portal that's opened. So it feels very powerful that we're doing this work. Boomtown has a spell that it's a, as you might have heard from listening to earlier podcasts, and if you haven't, go back and listen to the Jonathan Kay podcast, and also the one with Megan from Boomtown, who's the first person I interviewed. She's the narrative writer and theatre writer of Boomtown. So from Jonathan, you'll hear that this land that we hold Boomtown in is a land temple that was carved in Neolithic times. They were very into landscape gardening, and Glastonbury Tor at Salisbury Hill, and this whole land temple, St Catherine's Hill, and all this basin here were all landscaped grounds where they would have come together and held festivals. You know, imagine what that might have been like. And that's what we're going to be doing in our venue this year in the Coven, is that we're going to be inviting people to do a meditation where they imagine, what was it like? What was it like? I'm here in this magic basin now, and I close my eyes and I can hear this thumping drums and music and people screaming and laughing and so much noise and life. And I imagine that would have probably been what it was like back then. They were very into moving rocks and shifting rocks. There will be stones and rocks and formations that they've created that they're in amongst, and there is dancing and music and celebration, and it's in reverence to the land, and it's in reverence to community and connection, and the land is participating and is celebrating with them. The earth energies run through here, so the spine of Albion, the energy lines of Ellen and Belenus run through Winchester and through this land temple. And by coincidence, as you'll know from the Megan interview, the names of the lines are Belinus and Ellen, and the main character of the storyline here at Boomtown is the daughter of the man who created the AI that used to control the city. The AI was controlling everyone and put the city into lockdown the year that the pandemic happened. So they all freaked out, the storyline writers here, because they created the story of Boomtown going into lockdown, and then suddenly it happened in real life. And I mean, that's the power of this land temple and these earth energy lines running through it. And then they started writing the story again, and they wrote the story that the reason why, so the AI robot put everything into lockdown, and then she'd shut herself down. And the reason why she shut herself down was she downloaded all the personalities of the beings in Boomtown in order to control them more. But she didn't realise that she'd been based on the daughter of the guy who'd invented her, and that daughter was in Boomtown. So she accidentally downloaded her own humanity and realised what she was doing was evil, and so she'd shut herself down and dispersed a series of seeds in each of the districts. So each of the different districts of Boomtown has its own seed, and that started to grow a mycelium network underneath the city, and that's kind of called the network. And our venue, which is the Luna Coven, a witchy venue where we teach enlightenment to the bucket hat wearing ravers that come and visit us. We're part of the network, and it's this sort of grassroots mycelium network that's growing, a resistance network. And by complete coincidence, the name of the daughter of the AI inventor was called Ellen. And so when we got here, there was all these posters everywhere saying, "Wanted Ellen," or "Has anyone seen Ellen?" And we were like, "Oh, Ellen's the land, Ellen's the energy line, she's running through here." And so it's all coincidence, and yet in magic nothing's a coincidence, and this place is extremely powerful and very special. So the story that we're telling in our coven this weekend is that we've created a time travelling crystal, because last year there was an election, and one of the districts, 404, which is like the Mad Max district, their guy won, who's the collector, and he won last year. But then there was also this like transmission that came through from the mycelium network, which is now called Iona, and that said that there's another way and that the mushroom is coming. And so the network's kind of growing, and this mushroom thing's going to come at some point in the future, one guesses. But this year the collector's sort of gone weird, and it's like he's a deep fake AI generated collector, and it's as if he's maybe been kidnapped and disappeared, and he's been replaced by this AI character. But also a portal has appeared called the Lionsgate portal, which is the main stage, and it's this great big stage with a huge circle in the middle of it with a screen, and it keeps doing transmissions, which looks like all of the leaders of the different districts that were all in the election last year, all looking completely haggard and like war-torn, and just going, everything's bad, everything's gone wrong, it's all gone wrong. And it's going to be a transmission from the future. And Rufus, who's the clown who runs Old Town, which is where our venue is, he got us, the Luna Coven, to do a reading to predict the future. And we did a reading, and the reading was the Hangman, the Tower, and the Death card. And he read that as we're all doomed. And so he took the Old Town and took it out of the basin, which is this land temple basin that I was talking about, and has put us up on the top, so up on the ridge. And so now we're separate from the basin and we're up on the ridge. And I was like, oh, that's going to be a killer on my legs, which it is. It's going to be a bugger for getting up and down to. But it's actually really nice up there. And we've got loads of like all of the kind of almost like the Greenfields area at Glastonbury, where all the crafts and the massage and healing stuff is all up there as well. Loads of really nice food places. So it's actually quite nice. It's like all Old Town's all sort of mock Tudor. It looks like an old Tudor town. And then you've got all this lovely chilled stuff, hippie stuff beyond that. So that's quite nice. And so he took it that we needed to separate. But the priestesses of the Luna Coven, we know that those cards don't really mean that. So the Hangman means surrender. The tower means let your ego burn and burn this reality to the ground. And the death cards means absolute transformation, like the equivalent of a death, but to just let everything completely transform. And that's what needs to happen in the world. We need to surrender to, you know, give up the story of the game and our success and what we think this all is. You know, give up the story of this reality, surrender, and burn it all to the ground, and then completely transform, create something completely new. So what we've done in the Coven is we found this time travelling crystal, and we've made a time machine, but the crystal, you can only use it a few times before it cracks. So we went back in time and we saw this beautiful land temple being used by the Neolithic people, celebrating and having this amazing festival, and they were all connected to the land, and it was beautiful and it was brilliant and vibrant and sexy and really fun. And then it didn't crack, the crystal, so we used it one more time and we went to the future and everything was amazing and things were brilliant, and it was also connected to the land, but there was technology there, but the technology had become almost like biological. There was like plants and technology and beings were all kind of interconnected, and there were loads of different types of people. Like when we went to the past, it was one type of people who were there, whereas here when we went to the future, it was all the different districts, but we were all enjoying each other but still having our own identity. So it just felt like really rich biodiversity, and we were in tune with the land, and just it was amazing, and it felt so like vibrant and empowered, and you couldn't see who, there was no sign of anyone being rich or poor. It was just flourishing and full of ideas and ingenuity, and just, yeah, it was just glowing with divine beauty and excitement and possibility. And so whatever this future is that the portal's showing, that's maybe a near future, and what we saw is maybe further along. But basically we do win, we win out, we will survive, we will be okay, and that we just need to work out how to get from where we are now to the future that we saw. And the chapter this year, the theme of the festival is the power of now. And so in our space, we've got like a kind of French resistance thing where we've got a board on the wall where, you know, like on a murder mystery thing where they have the pictures all on the wall with bits of string connecting up the dots and going, oh, this is connected to that. And so we're going to have a wall with that, with like resistance ideas and ideas for how to get from now to this future that we envisaged. And we've built a model of Boomtown. We've actually built a model of the basin, and we're going to build, like, we're going to invite people to dream their dream Boomtown, what it would look like, and we're going to make little cardboard models and put them in the basin and create our dream Boomtown, and then we're going to take it and present it at the end of the festival, at the closing kind of ceremony thing. So that's fun. So that's what we're up to, and it just feels like there's a thing that we talk about in theatre in Fooling, where if you're upset about stuff, things are bothering you, rather than letting it affect your life, you put it in the play. And so that's what we're doing, we're putting it in the play. And so that's what we've created here for the festival, and it's looking great. My team are amazing, and they've made the temple look just stunning, our little Coven temple. And then also the basin model, my friend Max, who's a structural engineer, has made the basin out of contoured layers of cardboard, and has like stuck them all together and made this contoured basin out of cardboard that we're going to build the city on, which is just genius. I can't believe he did it. It's so cool. And yeah, so, and then we're doing the opening ceremony tomorrow, where all of the priestesses, there's 5 of us, so 2 on the grand central stage and 3 of us on the Lions portal stage, will bless the festival with the 4 elements and smudging it with smoke, and we'll open the festival to the 60,000 people who will all be there. And then a big dancing music extravaganza with fireworks, and then that's the festival opening. So I'll be recording as we go along and just capturing bits and bobs from our adventures here. But it's all very exciting, and I look forward to sharing the weekend with you.
And then this is a one-time performance.
I'm with you.
It's a one-time performance, so it's like I have to retain all the songs that
I
get
write everything
released.
down and I have it around a little lanyard on my neck and I check in because I forget it all. As soon as I look at a person, I'm like,
Oh no, I'm generally all right if I have to perform it more than once, but it's a one-timer, isn't it?
and did you produce it?
Sorry.
Is it on Friday?
No, tonight at Sobos.
Yeah, I've got it in my life.
And then we're going to go catch him and we're going to drag him to the Odyssey Street
Oh
rave.
yeah, cool. That's on my lineup as well. Yeah.
There you go.
Where is Odyssey?
Just outside Grand Central.
Oh, okay, yeah, great, yeah, they're going.
So you're at the mini rig bus on the bottom of the hippie highway, and then I'll be like,
Perfect. Right next to it.
I can. I can. I'll stick to
believe in
her.
What have we just done? Something necessary and powerful and right for this space. Like the stage manager Selma upstairs, she was like, this is one of the things I love so much about this opening ceremony is that it's got spirit. And this is a place of so much hedonism, and the fact that you're bringing spirit and you're reminding people to like ground into the elements and take notice of themselves, their bodies, their connections to others. And the more I get to know you, Jolie, and the more I've been involved in this now for 2 years, it's like I'm starting to like fully appreciate the power of this. And this isn't theatre. I mean, everything is theatre, but this isn't theatre.
It's all theatre.
It's all theatre, yeah.
It can be good theatre or it can be shit theatre.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to say that it ain't Amdram, but also I love Amdram.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're a mumpa. It's like,
I love Amdram.
yeah, exactly.
It's about the archetypal energy needs to land, and that's what makes things good or not. So if you see something and you can feel it's corporate, it's because it's got no archetype. It's got the archetype of corporate, but like the archetype of spirit. If someone says it's got spirit, it's because it feels like there's something richer happening, and that thing that connects us all. That isn't. I mean, I look straight ahead of me, and all I can see is plastic, marquee, metal girders, and like metal fences. It's just like, not that.
Yeah, not that bit. Look away from that.
Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of smoke and mirrors, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
look at the pretty stuff.
I mean, of course, it's behind the scenes, but-
I mean, you start with a small fence, don't you? You start with a little fence, and
Yeah.
then it gets bigger and bigger, and then it's like big metal steel shield, and yeah, it's not just a free open field.
No,
Like it would have been
probably would have started.
however many
Yeah, or
hundreds
in the
of
Olympic
thousands of
times,
years ago, where
yeah.
people were gathering here then, which they were.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Ready to
Go
go.
team.
Yeah, good. It's good fun.
You look nice and hot and sweaty. Everyone's worked hard.
It's over surprisingly quickly,
It's
isn't it?
super
That was
quick.
well quick.
Yeah,
For 20
Done.
minutes as well.
yeah.
Yeah, keep those going because we'll listen to the
Are you there for 20 minutes? No, you're there for the. Yeah, you are. 20 minutes on stage, or 15 because we're up till 5, and you guys come on and start.
The first 3 minutes is you guys, then we come on. So it's 21 minutes is full, so what's that, 8 minutes?
It's a lot of time to be moving with that.
Yeah.
Like
Three times.
ferocity.
Physical,
Yeah.
physical. Yeah, sort of one of the founders of the festival. Okay. Hello. Sorry, I'm back with my witches. I just wanted to introduce you to Jolie and Holly. Hello.
Hey Jodie, Holly.
Jacob.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, lovely to meet you. Hiya. What's your name? Jacob, Jolie, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Brilliant performance.
Ah, thank you, Jolie. And you're Paul.
Cool, yeah.
Hello, lovely to meet you.
So Jacob Bill is the manager. Like Jacob's one of my old friends, and he does the build management for the whole stage.
Oh wow.
Very clever boy.
So cool.
Very clever boy.
Love it.
Very calm and collected all times. Never gets angry or stressed or anything.
Well, I don't know.
Tell us about the people who are praying there.
Well, yeah, okay, so from what I know, They're up there somewhere and praying
Are they
for
there
them,
now?
and then they do it every year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, apparently they come and they just sit there and
Do they hold a vigil?
They have their own opening ceremony.
I'm not sure. I need to get Luke. It's Luke from Light Up told me about it. You know, he was like, yeah, he was like, mate, he's like, it literally blew me away. He's like chatting to these. It's a real thing. Like, definitely, he's like, they sit on the hill and they fucking pray for us every year. And like,
Are they local people?
Yeah, the local people, like, yeah.
Praying for our souls.
Well, just praying like they like.
Protect us?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. To protect us because
Yeah.
they're worried about the situation there, and it's like, yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
they got our backs basically, and
That's so good. Well, that's nice.
And
You know this is a land temple, right? That this whole space is a Neolithic land temple. And when you actually look at it from above, it looks like a vagina. I mean, it looks like a womb. We're in the womb.
Jacob's like, yeah.
I get down with that.
We're currently inside of a giant.
Vagina.
We're currently inside the mother. Would have been impressed.
Won't be the last. So it would have already been naturally there, but you can tell
that's
it's
like
been
as well, isn't it?
landscaped, but it was landscaped thousands of years ago.
happy to hear
So
that.
yeah, they landscaped it, and everything we're doing here now is what they were doing. It's what this was. Yeah, this was what it was created for.
yeah.
Yeah, this is
Well, it's
a
great. Like, they
basin.
did like the big whole war thing here, didn't they? Everyone was like, when they reached the troops.
Yeah.
Is it? That was here too.
I'm
Well,
not
it's a
sure
power
that's a good
centre.
thing or
It's a
not,
power
but-
centre though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Often.
Do you feel the
as
magic?
much as, yeah, 100. So not the maddest thing was when, because I got asked to do this 3 years ago by Megan when she joined in the theatre department, and she was like, oh yeah, there's this character we're looking for called Ellen, and we're all looking for Ellen. And I like looked at it, and this is a ley line that runs up through the UK called the Spine of Albion, which is a line drawn with a ruler through the sacred sites by a human. But you then go dowsing and you see what's there, and there's two energy lines that interweave, one's masculine and one's feminine. And the masculine line's called Belenus, the sun god, and the feminine's called Ellen, the goddess of the ways. And there we were, like, at the festival, everything's saying, where's Ellen, where's Ellen? I'm like, she's here.
We're on her.
We're on her.
We're on the line.
We're in a massive vagina.
It's weird you say herding because I've been working not on my own, but I'm working like myself and meeting lots of people here. And when I got with you guys, I was like, oh, we're herding cats now, and I felt like that kept coming up. But like we're together, and it's like we're together herding each other like around, like waiting for each other, because that's when you're at a festival, you do that, you gang up, don't you, sort of thing, and like come together and just walk around and
But it's how do we... So, like, because that's a celebration of nature, which is great, and that's what's happening. Not nature, but just, like, the nature of what's happening, which is us here doing the festival and people coming together. But what do we, like, the encroachment of opportunists making money out of it, who are then killing it, who are killing what we're doing, in all worlds, you know, so in the sort of... bigger picture, and then in the microcosm of Boomtown, that we need the money. We in a way we also need those people, but it's just how to keep the spirit alive when the corporations are kind of crushing things.
Totally. It's like a protective spell.
It could be a protective spell, but yes, I mean it could be a protective spell. Although I feel kind of actiony. Yeah, it feels more actiony than.
I definitely have had the element of fire coming up a lot.
Well, we are going to do all four of the elements. Maybe there is a protection element in it. Maybe there's a protection element. Maybe there's a. So you've got the ground.
Under an element wise, would you?
I think maybe earthing. Well, there'd be maybe elements in all of it. What would you want to borrow?
A black eyeliner.
Yes.
Thingy.
There we go.
So, do you want to do a spell that?
Well, we work with the four elements. You've got earth. So.
It's like when you cast a circle.
Yeah, but maybe we should all do our own spell. So with the earth, it's like, what do we want to help support the earth with? Also knowing that the earth is going to be fine without us.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I always kind of get a bit like, when it actually comes to it, I'm like, I'm so receiving what's just happening. Like, what is what is, if you get what I mean. It's like, what am I going to say to the earth? Oh, shine more magnificently so people get how great you are. It's like, fuck off. She's already as
Yeah, you're
magnificent.
doing that.
Like,
Maybe
you're
it's
already
just
magnificent.
a gratefulness then.
Yeah, which is what I normally do.
Yeah,
like,
just
but
like,
but
thank you.
but yeah, it's like, you know what we should do? When we're up at the venue, we should pull a card, because I did this
Okay.
before with Matthew Hopkins, where we'll pull a card for each of the elements, and it will be an inspiration to each of us as to whatever we want it to be. Because when I was doing the sisterhood play, and we were trying to work out what we were saying to Matthew Hopkins, the Witchfinder General, it was like, what are we doing? Are we telling him to fuck
Yeah.
off? Like, what are we going to go to his grave and scream? Like, what are we going to do?
Or laugh and be like, haha, we
yeah,
made it.
well, yeah. And that's kind of more the direction it went in. We pulled a card because we didn't know what to do. We ended up pulling cards for all our characters. We pulled a card for him, and it was the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Wow.
But in this particular deck that this girl had, there was women in between all the spokes, and the women, like, at the bottom were in dark blue with dark hair hanging down, and they looked like they were about to be hung for witchcraft. And then the ones at the top were like up like this with their arms all up, and it was all really golden. And it was like, oh yeah. And it was when Trump and Boris Johnson just got in.
Oh shit.
And it was like, this too shall pass. Like, this will not. And this, I suppose, is the same for what's happening now, is this too shall pass.
Yeah.
And there's
We're on
always
the dark side of the cog.
Yeah, but there's always the dark light in the light, and the light dark dot in the dark. Because when I was at Secret Garden Party, and it was when Labour were in, and mushrooms were legal, and everyone was having a really lovely time, and I just had
Where
this
was
moment
that?
where I
Which
knew,
festival?
like, early 2000s, Secret Garden Party.
Yeah.
But it's that famous like Buddhist expression.
Yeah, the
it's
yin
like,
and...
when it's like, you know, the man is like, oh, my son has died. But I'm going to get it wrong. But it's basically like, this too shall pass. So
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, this amazing thing's happened.
Yeah,
Like,
but this too
this
shall
terrible
pass.
will pass. This terrible thing has happened.
Yeah,
This will
and
pass.
if you think about, like, when in the war, when there was the horrific shit going on in Germany and Berlin, and you know, people trying to sneak people out, just the amazing heroic but the beautiful things that people do. So this is what I'm saying, it's about the light. Be that dot of white in the darkness. So that there's the angels in the dark and the devils in the light. The devils have got into the light. They came into our light, and they filled it up, and they're filling it up. They're filling up the space. But we have to be the angel in the dark. And and actually you shine, that shines brighter than when it's all light and you've just got this one dark spot. Like, it's easy to be light then.
And also, I just feel like currently what appears to be the light is actually really dark.
Yeah.
And the people who are stepping out and going, this is wrong, are these villains.
They're seen as villains.
And it's actually, we're, you know.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, like.
But that's because they want to try and control that, unfortunately.
Control the narrative.
And the misinformation and the propaganda. And
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah. This morning I had in my head as I was in the toilet, I'm just here to shine my light. And that was something I wanted to say on stage tonight.
Yeah.
But like, it is about coming with light and love, and I know there's other feelings and emotions involved, but it's the way we
exactly
put it out. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, you be
there's
the light.
Too much.
Yeah.
But not bad energy, but there's too much sort of darkness.
Yeah.
Totally. And fear. Like, there's a lot of fear in the world, which makes people act in very awful ways, you know? And it's being cultivated by power because it controls people.
If you enjoy this podcast, then please consider supporting me on Patreon. This is patreon.com/Jolie Rose. I'm dreaming of the day that this is my full-time job, and I hope that this is something that I am able to work towards. The difficulties of living on an island where there isn't a huge number of people to be the audience and to share experiences and events with, it means that I can once a year put on a festival, and possibly I could once a year put on a show, but it's not the same as when I was living in Brighton or living in the UK, where I could just put things on and do things constantly and get funding from the Arts Council and just live the life of an artist, which I've managed to do for the last 20 years and I'm very proud of. But now I've moved here, and it was really important to me to make this shift. Like, I moved to be more in nature and more in the land, I shifted into hopefully writing, but being more in nature and being in this amazing space where I don't need to be able to drive because there are no cars. The island is only 1 mile wide and 3 miles long. And for me to be able to connect with audiences and connect with people online rather than physically. I was on the road all the time and moving around all the time and going to meetings constantly, and just my carbon footprint and hecticness was off the charts, and I didn't want to go back to that life as well. Like, it felt like we learned something from the lockdown, which was to slow down and to live differently. And I've then found myself in this completely different reality doing that. And I want to stick with it. I want to keep to still be an artist, but in this space, which is a completely isolated island, miles away from everybody else, but with the power of the internet. This is work that I'm hoping nourishes you and gives you some sort of spiritual solace and strength and nourishment. And if you feel like it is doing that, then if you're up for helping me to literally eat and be able to pay my rent and buy new equipment. I'm not happy with the equipment I've got. It'd be amazing to be able to pay an editor one day because it takes me so long to do. I'm doing everything on this and I'm learning as I go along. So if you're able to help me, the first tier of the Patreon is just £3 a month, which is the same as you buying me a coffee to say thank you. That would be amazing if you feel like you would consider doing that. And then if you do the second tier, which is £9 a month, then for that you also get to see the videos of the podcast and any other free bits of stuff that I get to share and discounts on courses and things like that. And mainly a huge amount of appreciation from me. And I do appreciate so much the people who are already helping me. Thank you to my Patreons. Can't say how much it means to me that you're supporting me. Thank you. And if you're up for it and you like this podcast, then please vote for it in the Listener's Choice Awards, in the British Podcast Awards. So yeah, go over to the British Podcast Awards. You literally type in Nonsense in the Chaos in the Listener's Choice section and it will come up and you vote for it, and then you just say reply to the confirmation email, and then that will go through. And it would be great if you did do that. I would really appreciate it. That would be amazing. So that's something you can do. And yeah, otherwise just enjoy. Just to let you know about some of the things that I do that you can come and take part in is the moon ceremonies that I do every fortnight. If you want to join these, they're free and they're over Zoom. And all you have to do is follow on Facebook or Instagram. You'll see the links. I put them up every fortnight, and you just come along, and they're really nourishing, beautiful spaces. I'll soon be going on the pilgrimage across the UK, which will be for the whole of September and October. And if you would like to find out where we'll be and are interested in hosting a performance of George and the Dragon, Mama's Play, or maybe coming and walking for a day or two, or just generally following what we're doing, then you can follow it at Queer Arts at Instagram and Facebook. So that's KRIYAARTS. And then, yeah, if you go on to either of them, it's got the dates on there as a post, and just see where we are and see if we might be passing your neck of the woods. But yeah, otherwise, on with the show.
I wonder what magic they're creating in the back.
Yeah.
It seems the space to do it.
Yeah,
it's
the hidden
magic.
In the dark. Once you're in the dark, you just sit there starting to like brew trouble.
God, this was so packed last night because I came in with the vehicle and the people everywhere. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Like literally piles of people just crossing this bit. And these guys like leading you through, they're like one by one. And then we got to midnight and I was like, right, ready to go back. I'll go park the van up, so I'll go get the girls in the morning. And they were like, oh, it's egress. There's a complete, like, no one's allowed to move in vehicles.
Oh.
So I had to wait. I'm swimming. You're swimming. Yeah, no movement. And as I got in the van and drove up to the security, I was like, shall I just wait here? And then the radio call came through and it said, egress is now over, vehicle movement can be resumed. And I was ready to go, and I was like, off we go then. A little bit of magic there.
Excellent. So egress just been stopped, is it?
Stopped because everyone's flowing out. Like there's a bottleneck, you know,
Right,
like everyone's trying to get out of the exits back to their camp, or because all the music's stopped.
Finished, yeah, right.
So it's like a peak time. They have to manage the movement, so they'll plan like the artists. That's
Finishing
I
at
think.
different times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stagger that, but also like I think this is why they do the opening ceremony on Grand Central and on Lionsgate, because if you to get everyone would want to come, so they spread it out between the two stages.
It's a really good move.
Yeah. But last year it was better. They had this really good sound management in where every stage was designed with angles like so that there wasn't a sound clash, but I don't think they've done it this year, and there is the sound.
Why would they not do it again?
I don't know. I think the technology that they used and everything was quite. I wonder if it probably cost a lot, and they've changed all the venues around.
Yeah.
They've moved it, so we can get through there. So what I think I'll do
is go through.
Yeah, as long as we've got artist bands.
Yeah.
We're going through here. Oh, I saw him yesterday. This. Hey mate. I'm dropping some of the performers at Grand Central, so if I can drop them here, can I carry on through to? So can I turn around and carry on back round?
Yeah, I mean I shouldn't really.
I'll drop them here then.
I can let you through, but I shouldn't.
And I'll come back out and.
Okay.
Why not? Surely. I'm like, why not? Why not? Can you? It looks like you can drive through there.
Yeah.
I'm so rebellious. I'm like, I can do that. I'm gonna do that.
I know.
I will do that.
Should we just go straight through?
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, cool.
Unless he goes, stop that van. The artist buses are allowed to come down here, and that's essentially what we are. And we drove that way the other day, didn't we?
Yeah. Right.
I'll just stop and then take a jump out and. There we go.
Your alarm was lovely.
Oh, the ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it was very soothing.
It doesn't really wake you up, does it? It's like a more gentle. You okay? You all right? Good. Yeah.
Have an amazing show.
Yeah, you too.
See you on the other
Have
side.
a great one.
Right, we'll see you. We'll rendezvous afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do, but it'll either one or the other.
Break a leg.
You to us or us to you.
Enjoy it. Enjoy yourselves, ladies. Enjoy it. Eat it. Yeah. See you later.
Cheerio.
Or sacred.
Profane?
Pardon?
Profane?
Profane, fine. Profane is fine. So breathe in. So first of all, I just want to say a fucking huge thank you to everyone. Thank you for all your hard work. This is looking stunning, and it's such a team effort for us to know that we're being held and secured and taken care of by you, and it just makes all the difference. It really does. It just is a real security. So thank you so much for being such awesome security blankets, making us feel safe and held. So huge thank you for that. It looks incredible. This is the best it's ever been. We've gone up a level. It's amazing, and yeah, we're going to weave some proper magic here this weekend. So we've got 3 days to keep using the energy that we built in the ceremony this morning, and to just fucking pop this reality onto a different timeline. We've got a portal that we've opened. It is a Lionsgate portal. This is when Sirius the dog star rises up and lines up, and the stars are what the pyramids are aligned with. So this is when the pyramids were built to be aligned with what we're in today. And that's the portal that's open, and it's the highest magic day, and the next 40 days are the highest magic days that you have. And we're doing this work with a full moon, which doesn't always happen on an 8 portal. And it's an Aquarius full moon, and Pluto's in Aquarius. That doesn't normally happen. And so literally there is more magic happening in the universe than there has ever been before in our lifetime, and will be in our lifetime. So we're going to use all of that to make this reality something fucking mega and exciting and enjoyable. And at Glastonbury this year I saw this other place, and the other place was like an Escher painting, and it was fire and it was gold, and there was no separation, nothing was separated. It was 3D, but everything was connected, and there was no want or need or desire because everything was connected, and it was lovely. But what you have here is this experience of separation, which means we get to feel, we get to fuck, we get to fight, we get to have all these experiences because we're separate. When we die, we go back to that. We'll be back to this very organized, connected, no needs, no wants place, which is wonderful. But we're here having a lived mortal experience. We've got bodies, we've got pain, we've got all of the shit that goes with being mortal, and we're going to be here for a short period of time. So we do fucking everything we can with it and use our bodies any way we can and celebrate the greatest instrument you'll ever own. So we're going to be weaving magic, and we're going to pull a card to see what the universe is inviting us to work with over this next few days. So we'll each take it and then we'll all look at them together. There's the Fool. Right, let's see what we got. So we'll go around in the order. What's yours?
The High Priestess.
The High Priestess! There she is! Excellent. What have you got, Holly?
I got the Chariot.
The Chariot. Amazing. Excellent. 7 of Pentacles. So 7 is the number of Venus, the goddess, and it's the number of prosperity and abundance and just absolute like celebration of everything that's physically happening. It's just, yeah, 7's the number of creativity and money, and yeah. But it's abundance. What have you got? The 2 of Swords. This is truce. So this is about finding truth, supporting people to make friends and support each other. So it's the twin. It's a bit like the twin trail that we did the first year. It's the twin effect of the inner and the outer. We create our enemies because we are all one. So it's that feeling of separation. It's how to come together and, yeah, connect with each other. So it's a spiritual gift. The 6 of Pentacles. 6 and 7. So 6 is the number of prosperity. So this is like more Venus energy, whereas 6 is like, I mean, it's prosperity more than anything. So if you want to like create just, yeah, absolute prosperity. The what? The Emperor. Wicked. We've got the Priestess and the Emperor on the door. The Emperor is Aries energy. It's full fire. It's like absolute sovereignty. It's fully being in your power.
Yeah, really. I got the Page of Wands.
The Page of Wands. So the Wands is air. It's Aquarius.
It's fire, isn't it?
Is it fire? Isn't Swords? Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So it's the fire. So the Page of yeah.
We didn't. It was upside down though.
No, we don't do upside down. We don't do upside down. Yeah. No one needs that.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's the nice and fast and furious. Yeah. And he's very Emperor energy as well. Same sort of kind of vibe.
I got 5 of Pentacles.
The 5 of Pentacles. So 5 is the number of Mars. So that's like that's actually kind of just been happening. Mars and Libra, which is fire and air. That means that there's going to be quite a lot of like boisterousness. Just to give people a heads up, there's fire in Libra is like someone blowing onto a fire, so that can make things quite boisterous. But this is the 5 of Pentacles, so this is about what we're going to do, what we're going to make happen in the world, like putting our action and energy into the earth. 9 of Swords. So the sword. Oh, the Knight of Swords. So this is more like Aquarius energy. So this is cutting through. He's like a hoverfly. So he's like literally just flying through the air with his ideas. So it's like proper, it's a bit like the rune that you keep not getting. Like being really clear and direct and just like, whoosh, like shooting a bow and arrow. Yeah. Yeah.
So I picked the card.
Pick the card, but not the rune keeps disappearing. It's the thing for you to be working with.
Keeps on coming up.
And AJ?
7 of Cups.
7 of Cups. Well, that's a lovely, sexy Venus watery number. 7, it's the Venus number, and it's the sign of cups and love. And
Brilliant.
And then I've got Justice. Come on, Resistance. We want justice. We want justice in this world. So remember, we could put them in the middle, and maybe we could take a photo.
It's so fucking funny. Last year, I was really twatted on the Saturday or something, and I went, I think it was Saturday last year, the Lionsgate portal, and I went into my mate's caravan and I was like, guys, it's the Lionsgate portal. It's time to open up your mind, manifest your dreams. And I messaged Luke, who's the organiser here. Next thing you know, our stage is now called Lionsgate. And I was like, did I plant a seed?
Yeah, you might.
But I was twatted, and all my mates were going, shut up, Lou. And I'm going, it's the Lionsgate portal, guys.
Yeah,
you know, well, buggered up. And they're like, what is she going on about? And I'm like,
made it happen.
Boom.
That's so cool. So what's cool about this is it is the 8th of the 8th. It's full moon.
Yeah.
So it's the full moon of Aquarius in the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
We're in Leo season, and this portal has opened up,
And it's
showing a
yeah.
shit future, which isn't true because we're going to be saying we've seen a better future.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens after this week. I reckon it's going to be pretty powerful.
Yeah. We're doing a spell. So when we were on the stage this morning, we're doing a spell, and we're sending that out. So yeah, think about what you're saying. So I will shout. Oh, this was something that was a bit different from what I had been doing before. I will shout, hail and welcome. I wasn't saying that, so I was going, I welcome in the gardens of the East, whatever. I'll shout hail and welcome, and that's when you know to change.
Yeah.
So
Can we say welcome to? I was saying welcome.
You then say hail and welcome back.
Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. It just feels more powerful when you say that.
Yeah.
So I'll go. So we welcome in the gardens of the East. Hail and welcome, and then you go hail and welcome,
and then we
do the
change.
next one.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'll shout that. That'll be the only bit I'll shout.
What do you know? What spell you're going to do, or do you keep it a secret if you're going to make a spell?
I channel it.
Yeah.
I always channel.
Yeah.
I always channel. I've got all these bits that we've got. We've got the cards, got the lines.
Yeah.
But it'll be like what comes through at that moment in time.
I feel like putting the power into the what we're creating the future thing, so that it really does come into effect next year, where like change things.
Yeah. This is it. Do what's working in you, because the universe is working in you as itself in whatever way it is. So whatever's coming through for you, use that, and we just see what happens. See what wheels we set in motion, ladies.
There's Inja.
There's Inja Binja.
The ninja, I was going to call him. Inja, the ninja. Catch him if you can.
Did you manage to catch him?
You'd already been. He'd already.
Obviously not.
Do you know what I mean?
You were
Obviously
fucking
I'm
gone.
here. I didn't get caught. What did I tell you? Like, I told you.
I know.
You know. And especially as you said you were going to try and catch me, I thought I'd make it even harder.
I know.
Make an extra effort.
He appeared before I'd even got there, and I said to Traff, and he's like, "Oh, he's been and got his t-shirt and got his bandana," and I was like, "Oh, it's already been it."
Like, still got the bandana.
I can see it.
Like,
Is that the Odyssey one?
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. I don't know amongst all of my breathing equipment, but
Marvellous. Is this the smile? That's your logo. You're like, beautiful.
I love smiling, innit?
I know you've got a big one.
Well, you know.
I mean, he doesn't want to brag.
It's not my fault. It's just that I was born with
She
this.
totally didn't get that for ages.
I was like, no, he has got a big smile.
Yeah. That's not what you said.
I said.
Or she said.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Zip it.
You've said all the said.
Zip, 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 zip.
That's all you and your said.
That was not from you.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. You just set it up. It was an easy home run, isn't it?
You couldn't help but knock it down because it's so big.
Saying, up the park on that one, mate.
Classic. Lou just said Inja's got a big one. And you probably got it recorded as well.
Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah. Lol. Lol, lol, lol.
Fuck yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing your editing.
So that was Boomtown. I captured enough bits and bobs there for you to get a flavour of what the overall festival experience was like. And yeah, some of the funny moments and highlights that happened throughout the weekend. We had one other thing which did happen that I did capture in video form, and I was going to rip the audio from it. But unfortunately, my friend Fran, my darling, dearest friend Fran, she lost her phone at Boomtown. Thankfully, because Boomtown's a really lovely festival and people there are generally nice and supportive and helpful, the phone has been located. It is currently making its way to Scotland, where the lost property is being sorted and then is going to get posted to everyone. So it's going to come back to us. But she was our social media person. And so the videos of the opening ceremony and this other moment that I will tell you about momentarily were all captured on Fran's phone, and then she lost it. So I lost it. But luckily it's all coming back to us, which is really exciting. But the moment she managed to capture is Rob Hopkins coming to visit the Luna Coven temple, which was extremely exciting because what we did this year is the Resistance and also the whole of Boomtown last year were all based on his book, From What Is to What If. And it's a fantastic book. Rob Hopkins is responsible for Transition Towns, which, what's the name of the town? Totnes. Totnes is a transition town. They've fully taken on his methodology. But he came up with the idea of developing or creating cardboard versions of cities where you create the future, like a dream future for the city. And so that's what we did at Boomtown, where we, Max was incredible. The geographical strata map that he made of the Boomtown Basin was absolutely brilliant. And then, everyone who came in, we showed them our time machine, we told them the story, and we got them to think about what they wanted to see in the future. And then they made little things and put them in the basin. And then we gifted the basin to Luke and the organisers of Boomtown, Maya and Sophie and the gang. And so possibly, hopefully, fingers crossed, elements of the design might get incorporated into next year's festival. And what was mad and hilarious is that when we went to the closing ceremony, we never know what next year's chapter is going to be until we get to the closing ceremony. And I believe that they sometimes have different alternate endings, and they don't know necessarily until the festival unfolds which ending they're going to go for. I believe that to be true. I don't know if that's definitely true. But anyway, the chapter for next year was Radical Redesign. And we all messaged Luke through Lou Minnie, who was part of the priestesses this year, who you heard saying Inja had a big one. She is really good friends with Luke. And so she messaged the photos of the model that we'd made. And we also had a board on the wall that was like like those murder mystery boards where you try and figure out who done it, and like kind of adding up the evidence with bits of string, like connecting things and stuff. And we had in the left hand corner at the bottom it said "I'm so angry," and then in the top right corner it said "fuck yeah." And so we were asking the festival goers as they came round, how do we get from "I'm so angry" to "fuck yeah"? And they were adding things, and we added that all on there and made a mind map of
how we would get from one to the other. And yeah, all of that we sent to Luke. So we gifted that all to the festival and gifted it to Luke and said, yeah, so maybe, hopefully some of that will get incorporated into next year's festival. We also all have loads of ideas that we would like to weave in. So we're going to be a lot more proactive with getting involved in the storyline next year and supporting that to develop. And it was so cool to meet Rob Hopkins. I mean, what an honour. And he came around the space and looked at everything and was very excited to see what we've been doing. So that was just brilliant. So yeah, absolutely amazing. It's always wonderful when the person who's inspired your work comes and sees what you're doing. That's an absolute joy. So it was a huge success. We had a lovely time. People got a lot out of it. I think our characters and our role really evolved in what we were doing, and yeah, it is a really important metaphor, and it just feels like it's such an important spell. It is a spell. I believe in the magic that we wove together as a collective, both as the Coven and as the festival, and just the influence that we've had on people's minds, young people's minds. It occurred to me as well that it's a much more working class festival than Glastonbury, which speaks to me as a person. Yeah, I'm really proud of what we achieved, and I just so amazing. And then I went straight from Boomtown to Kentwell. So next week's podcast will be capturing the week that I had at Kentwell, which was just as mad and fun and magical as the week I had in Boomtown. From one reality to another, I had a moment where I was sat in the toilet at Kentwell and my brain was literally just not short-circuiting, but like, what is going on? What is going on? And I just was like, you do it to yourself, darling. Yeah, you make your own reality as weird as this. And then I'm back in Sark, and literally the moment I got off the boat, I was straight into a policy and finance meeting, and then we had a chief police meeting tonight, and so like an actual full-blown government meeting tonight. It's just, yeah, madness, absolute madness. But anyway, I will be sharing Kentwell Hall with you next week and the world of the Tudors. But that was me from Boomtown. So thank you so much for listening, and I shall see thee anon.